My name's Dana Mortenson, and I'm the co-founder and executive director of World Savvy, which is a global education nonprofit that works to embed global competence into teaching, learning, and culture in K-12 education. What I feel very passionately about is looking at the landscape of the world as it is now, and we know it will be in the future, and understanding in the context of the kinds of challenges students will have to confront, the graduates of 2025 and 2035, and thinking deeply about the kinds of preparation that's necessary for that. We live in a globally interconnected and interdependent world, and everything from civic life in our communities that are becoming more diverse, to workforce preparation and what it means to be able to access jobs in a global economy, to just problem solving in an environment now where problems are in every way borderless, requires a totally new set of knowledge and skills and dispositions from young people. And so the work that I do, the work that we do at World Savvy, is about lifting our heads up collectively at that horizon and asking deep questions about what preparation in K-12 education really needs to be to ensure students are ready for that reality. So most of the work that we're doing really revolves around three sort of elements. Really critically looking at what student engagement should look like. So in the United States, the demography has shifted patterns of community life in almost every corner of our country. So places that were typically very homogenous, mostly white, are now enriched by ethnic and cultural diversity, really that's a bit unprecedented in decades past. And so with that, there's this opportunity to think differently about a learner profile and what engages this new generation of learners who bring more diverse experiences, rich lived experiences that offer us opportunities to leverage that diversity as an asset in the service of learning. So we look a lot at how do you sort of engage these diverse learners in problem solving, developing not just empathy and ingenuity, but resilience for this next, for sort of what's ahead for them. The second piece that we look at that's part of this ecosystem is really teachers who are agents of change in their classroom, and how do you help them create the capacity to not just develop their own global competence, but the ability to teach for global competence? How do you embed into all subject disciplines and all discourse in the classroom energy around building responsible global citizens? And so we've been inspired to work with thousands of teachers and students across the country in the service of doing just that. And then finally, the more recent work is really around partnering with leaders, educational leaders at the school and the district level, and trying to help them understand what's the way to embed this into organizational culture? How do you develop policies, procedures, and ethos that permeates every aspect of a district's life to produce these globally competent graduates? And that extends from this student engagement and teacher capacity to community engagement, to thinking about what this means in the context of changing communities, to parents, to the diverse set of stakeholders that every community engages when we think about building a strong education system. So World Savvy's work and my work is really about asking very critical questions, but also very basic questions about the world as it is and it will be, and what preparation should really look like. And so through all of that work with students and teachers and school and district leaders, we're really asking this question around what does responsible, engaged citizenship look like, and what are the kinds of things that young people need and that we all need. So we think a lot about empathy, about building ingenuity, about building resilience to be ready for that reality. And our hope is that by 2020, the way we fundamentally define what a quality education is in the United States and globally includes global competence as a foundational element, that it is a pillar of what we conceive of as a quality education.